Right, I can send a crossbow back down here now. Oh, hello, there's a musket, I didn't notice. The reason to move that there is because this will now get a flanking bonus. He wants, weirdly, even more than Hiawatha. How about no? What on earth is Spain doing? Who on earth is she she must be attacking Genghis Khan. And if that is going towards Genghis Khan, he is going to get his arse handed to him. But to be honest, I'm not in a position to deal with that right now. Because I'm getting my arse handed to me. I don't really want to defeat them, because if I do I'm going to end up moving into a tile I don't want to be in. So instead I'm just going to attack them with a ranged unit. Well, that was sufficient to make them pull out of there for now. That is a mess. She's a little bit behind myself, the US and Hiawatha on tech, as you can tell from her units, but she's not too far behind. Wow, I did a lot. It might be worth trying to take one of the US's cities. That might make him give in. But the problem is that I'm probably going to take casualties if I attempt to, which right now I can't afford to do. I'm still going to be friends with them for a fair few turns longer, so don't need to worry too much about that. This should be proving to you, by the way, just how good Medic is as an ability. If you can get Medic 2, it's even better, obviously, but I'm going to have to go for Machu Picchu, even though I'm in a war, just to get my gold situation under control. I'm at -19 now. So if you get to 0 gold and your gold per turn is -5 or lower, it makes you forcibly disband your army, which, as you can guess right now, wouldn't be a good thing. Has anybody got any gold yet? Isabella's like got no gold at all, but she does have luxury goods, so the alternative is to try and push towards getting a golden age. I have got happiness of 40 now after that trade, so if I can push towards a golden age, that will get around the happiness and the gold issue. That's one unit taken out there of his, pretty much for free. I didn't have to do much. What am I going to do? So right now I'm not in a play, because I'm going to have to combine 2 forces together to take a city out, but that will leave one of my many flanks exposed. There's one at Antioch, there's one at Adrianople, there's one here to the borders of Constantinople, there's one here at Nicomedia, and there's one here at Trebizond. I'm having to deal with 5 different borders effectively to fight against. I'm going to put that here to try and block the US off, because if this is all the troopage I need to keep him away and repelled, then I can try and focus on getting my city back. Right. Oh, how I wish I could build like a second mint. Again, it's tempting to go for a wonder because I'm suffering such a gold problem, but I just can't do it. I have to keep building units. You can keep doing that trick a million times, it's not going to work. My musket on a hill is way... That is a huge army. What is she doing? So she gave me a declaration of friendship, so presumably she's not going after me. And had she have gone after me, she would have declared by now. I'm going to go for drill 3, because that'll just make it pretty much impervious on this location. This isn't enough units yet to take Hiawatha on, so just going to have to be patient. There's a trebuchet there. Genghis Khan, wow, that's an old wonder, but somebody's actually got around to building it. That's incredible. I physically couldn't build it until Trebizond, so it might be tempting to go and attack that. Yeah, I'm going to. That did a lot of damage to it. It might leave me alone for a bit now. Nicomedia can attack, so let's attack. Actually, sensible thing to do, let the musket attack first, just in case we end up killing it. Which we didn't anyway, but it was a precaution. If they're going to send one unit at a time, I can handle that. It's when they set a big mass of like 10 units at the same time, I couldn't handle it. I wish I could have killed that though, because that would have prevented him going back and healing, and that would have given me a unit less to have to deal with in Ohrid. Berkitism was spread to Warsaw. Well, that's no use to me. Shock 2 is of more use to me. It's tempting to take that out, but that might be greedy. Then again, you're going to have to attack me over a hill. I mean over a river, so probably a good idea to take it out. Once I get 4 farms up, that should definitely be enough for the medium term. I should get a new policy soon. I wonder what I'll pick, because this is not a situation I usually end up in. I usually end up in the one of being the aggressor after I've taken a lot of weak attacks and I end up whacking people. Hiawatha's army is so strong that I'm struggling to actually do the second part, which is why we're taking so long to do the second part. I mean, if we go on demographics, my army's still only the 3rd strongest, and it's bankrupting me in the process. And I'm quite a long way in tech behind Hiawatha. It's actually getting quite concerning. Oh, great, it's a musket. That musket is probably going to rip my shit up. Luckily for me, it shouldn't, because I can just impale him with a load of ranged attacks. But rather than attack him like an idiot like that, I'm going to attack him here, because I'm getting the flanking bonus. And if he now goes for the cannon, which is weak on the defence, he'd be dual flanked, so it wouldn't cause me as many issues. Spain has denounced the US, but if she's attacking the US, she's going 180 degrees the wrong way. I still think the way her army's going, in theory, she's going after well, I said it's all theory, but in theory she's going after Genghis Khan. That's got 25 experience, that has 17. So I'll do that. You see what I mean about not having a big enough army yet? It took me everybody in that cluster to take out one guy. Right now, actually continuing the rationalism tree is not hugely useful. That might be more useful, considering I'm having money problems. So that saved me 6 gold a turn. Get a market up. They're going for this again. Might be worthwhile trying to get a crossbow in Trebizond. No, I don't want to. I would actually quite like to stay at war with Hiawatha. It's bloody Washington I want to have peace with, because Washington's not massively dangerous compared to Hiawatha. Hiawatha's the guy that's just going to keep expanding and expanding and expanding. So he's the guy I have to take out. Need a trading post, please. I'd rather have a farm, but I need a trading post. That's in rough, that's in open, so that's in open, so I need one more rough for this at least. Although it probably would make sense to build a bank first, because I'm going to go bust if I'm not careful. There's no point having all these units if I have to lose them all in order to afford to not go bust. I don't understand why he thinks he's so far ahead when he isn't. It makes no sense. I can't get my head around it. That's the deal he wants.
Trade of interest to you.
Will he take that? No, he won't. So we're going to have to be patient. Patience is the key. Unfortunately, my alliance with Antwerp's going to run out soon. That's not ideal. But then again, they don't do a whole lot anyway, do the city-states? They just sit on their bums and just watch and not do anything. This is making me think more and more that he's going after, that Isabel's going after Genghis Khan. And if that is the case, the fact that there's a bottleneck is going to be the only reason why Genghis Khan might not die instantaneously. I don't understand it. He hasn't done anything all game. He has literally done nothing. I'm going to move this forwards now, because I'd actually quite like to tempt the US units into coming a bit towards me so I can just whack them away and they may declare peace on a more diplomatic way rather than say give me all your stuff. Put that in place. Yep, that's definitely the right thing to do. Put that there. This is a great defensive location, unfortunately. Until I get artillery, this is going to be a really difficult place to take back, because there aren't enough open tiles for me to just destroy it. It might be quickly worth seeing what's here. And unfortunately that angle says I don't know. So for now I'll have to be patient. I'm going to move that here though, that's what I'm going to do. It's got a defense of 34 as well, which is a pain in the bum. It's really high, that. 29 is still very high. Someone's declared on me. It's Valletta. I don't even know where Valletta is. Nope, pass. I don't know. That's the medic, so if we do it... how am I going to do this? Getting a unit to there is going to be impossible, so what I'm going to do is this. Oh, hello! There's nobody there! That is incredible. How has that happened? Right, I need to go into attack mode now. I have to get this done now while he's not going to kick my arse. That's the medical one. I want this to go around that way. Get going, guys. This one has to stay here because he's the medic. Need to get a bank. My gold situation is still pretty dire, but it's not as bad as it was. Let's see. Trading post, please. Can do if you want. I'm not particularly interested. Right, he's got a musket. I knew he'd have something near, but compared to what I thought he'd have, that's fine. Sydney's declared on me, but that's all the way, I think that's down here. So that, no, Sydney's the one by the US, so that's not a disaster. Let's have a look. Actually, I'm going to take a break, hang on.
If you enjoyed the video you've just seen, please join my Facebook group and follow me on Twitter for the latest news.